Hey, what's up everybody? ESAM here bringing you another video, this time a very late tournament wrap-up for CEO 2017. So that was back a few weeks ago in June, the last S-tier event of the season, and I just want to go over the tournament because obviously I haven't. CEO, first off, was an amazing event, significantly better than last year. We were in the main room this time because Smash 4 was the biggest game for the second year in a row with like 700, 800 entrants. It was, or 611 entrants actually, don't let me lie to you. But just an amazing event, incredibly well ran. You know, the venue came in with some internet issues, but I mean, welcome to every venue ever. It just happens. That's not really the tournament's fault. It's more so the ISP's fault or the hotel's fault. So that was pretty much it. Obviously in Orlando, Florida, so I didn't really have to travel that far, only like a few hour drive, and so that was great for me. But anyway, let's get into it. So there was no doubles, so all I entered was Smash 4 singles. Round 1, I played Limbs, a Georgia Mewtwo main. So I thought he played like Mario back in the day, but I guess he switched more so to Mewtwo, and I won that 2-0 pretty solid. Next, I had to play Zillow, who I honestly do not remember who he played, but that was a 2-0. Then I played Theta, who was a Mario Samus main, and I played Samus against that. And we played the Ditto game too, which is actually really fun. So I 2-0'd that, and then I played Supergirl Kells, obviously the Sonic player from Canada, and I was able to 2-0 her as well. That one and Theta's one are on VG Bootcamp's channel, so if you want to watch that, you definitely can go. I'll put the links to that down below. And that brought me into phase 2 of pools, where round 1 I had to play Renai. So Renai is someone I respect so much, obviously. If you listen to my PGR videos, I had such an immense amount of respect for him. We only played one other time, and every single game we played was last hit, and I was really hoping that that would continue to be the case. Game 1, I won last hit. Game 2, he won not exactly last hit, but I like messed up a recovery, so the game definitely could have continued and been way closer at that point. And then game 3, we were both at like 120 plus when he ended up getting a backer on me, so he won game 3 incredibly close set, and I dropped down into losers, which I was perfectly fine with, to be honest, because I was like, whatever, I'm still playing really well. Like, I played very well versus Renai, and I ended up having to play Dark Shad, and what I noticed was that I said that, right? I'm playing really well. Well, game 1 versus Dark Shad, I did not. I ran into almost every single thing he did. I got like really low percent one stocked or maybe 2 stocked on Battlefield. It was really not close at all. He kind of bodied me, and I was like, okay, well, just, you know, breathe, I'm fine, I can do this, it'll be fine, I just need to play my game because I know how to play against Ryu and I will win. And then that's what I did. Game 2, not super close, but kind of close, like 1 or 2 more hits, and then I was at down till Shoryu percent. And then game 3, I actually got a fair drag down into, I tried to footstool, but he just immediately mashed out uppy. It hit me, but at the same time, he didn't make it back from the fair drag down, so he died really early first stock, and so I was able to clean it up with, I think, a very low percent 1 stock or 2 stock. I don't really remember which, but either way, solid win for me at the end of that. Dark Shad I actually felt bad for him because he lost to MVD in winners and me in losers, so he got double eliminated by the Panda Global Buddies. But so after that, I had to play Myron, and this was actually the first set of a 3 out of 5, and I won 3-1, which has been the last few sets me and Myron played have been 3-1. Just, again, Olimar doesn't really have an answer, in my opinion, for vertical camping. So I always win game 1, he always wins games 2 because I'm just like, whatever, I'm just gonna hit more buttons because I want to hit more buttons. And then he shows me, hey, don't be an idiot, like you have to play smart against me. And then I do so for the rest of the set and I win game 3 and 4. And that's literally what's happened the last 2 times. And so that put me into top 24 losers where I had to play Wrath. So it's funny because Wrath wasn't even supposed to be there, but he got incredibly lucky in round 1 pools versus the Tampa Ryu player, Ryu Falcon, named Rival, where Rival read 2 air dodges last stock game 3. So we like up air, wait, knee, and then both knees did not sweet spot like twice in a row, and it was crazy that it didn't happen, because if he did that, Rival would have won. This entire bracket would have been different, and I would not have had to play Wrath. So Wrath, obviously the campiest Sonic in the world. I think that's like an easy title to give him. He stretches his leads so well, an amazing player. But so I had to play him. So game 1, I take the first stock at like 50%, and I run away the rest of the game and I time him out. Game 2, I don't remember how he got the first stock, but he got the first stock and then started to run away, and I went hyper aggressive to try to catch him. Although I was actually, you know, trying to use T-Jolts as a lead a lot, but it unfortunately wasn't enough. So he was able to just beat me that game. Game 3, I was winning by like 30 or 40%, and I went for I grabbed the ledge by accident to try to like run off in there, and then I just end up, so I'm like, okay, drop off back air from the ledge, and I go, okay, well this is Lilac because it's my counter pick, and he banned triplats. So I was like, okay, well I'm just gonna, you know, this is Lilac and it was tilted, right? So I'm like, okay, well I'm gonna go around so I don't grab the ledge a second time, and so he can't 2-frame me. And then right when I do up B, the stage goes tick, and then I just grab the ledge and he like forward smashes me at like 80% when he's at 120 or 130. So he gets the lead, ends up running away, but I bring it back. It's actually ended up being a last hit game as far as I'm aware, but he read a quick attack with a backer, which was really, really nice by him. So he ended up winning game 3, and game 4, he guessed differently on the up throw or like spin up air, uppy, up air combo slash 50-50 because I had been mashing a lot of buttons, and he would try to bait air dodges, but this time, you know, I was winning again. He was at 120 or something like that. I was at 60. He hit me up air, uppy, immediate up air because he knew I was going to mash an attack, got the first stock, and then promptly proceeded to run away the rest of the game, you know, make me extend it into him. I could have done better, you know, honestly, like John's, but I super actually wasn't paying that much attention to my set in particular because MVD, so like I was playing here, right, and MVD was playing like right over there on a square table versus Abadongo, and I was very much paying attention to his facial expressions and all the crowd behind him because there was a bigger crowd behind him, but so I was watching that, you know, I would like glance over once in a while, so like my mental fortitude wasn't in the set, which I really need because Wrap, obviously one of the players that tests your mental fortitude the hardest, and so MVD ended up winning, and that was like after, like this was like during game 4 of me versus Wrath, and I was already losing and I didn't really have time to bring it back. So I mean, John's, but either way, Wrath, an amazing player. I have no shame losing to him. We had a really close set the previous CEO, and so that is actually going to end my run at CEO by 17th. But again, CEO as an event was absolutely amazing. Everything was run incredibly well from our end. I mean, I don't know the other games, obviously, but Smash 4 last year was like incredibly hot, and it was incredibly poorly run, and just everything was bad about that tournament, which is why the turnout for this event was significantly lower, similar to why EVO's numbers are a lot lower, is because like it just sucked last year, so people didn't want to go to it. But this year, and also the fact for the Smashers in particular, we had Dreamland, so a lot of people opted to go to Dreamland instead. But either way, this tournament, amazing. The top 8, the matches in general at this tournament were so high level. They were so impressive to watch. The last S tier event, everyone busted their ass. You know, Leo brought out the Corrin, and Zach had his dance, and Nairo just decided to destroy Captain Zach because poor soul, he was so mad at him or something. Like, there must be a reason that Nairo did that to that boy, because that was rough, jeez. But so yeah, just Nairo played incredibly well. Salem got top 8, which is, you know, what ended up catapulting him into like 11th on the PGR, supposed to like 13th or 14th. So either way, an amazing tournament, amazing matches. Because of how good this year is, and also the fact that CEO next year is going to Daytona, a significantly bigger venue, better everything probably, I would highly recommend you go next year because Daytona is going to be absolutely amazing. This was a really nice send-off for the Orlando Wyndham Resort, blah blah blah, whatever you call it. It was a really nice venue. I had been to many CEOs. I think I've been to CEO every year since 2013, so 2017 was a nice send-off, and I'm so excited to go to Daytona. And I feel like I didn't really talk that much this video, but that's because I didn't enter a whole lot of events, and there wasn't any doubles, so it was just like my singles bracket, and that's it. But yeah, either way, just an amazing event this year in particular. Last year's was bad, but then every other CEO event that I've ever been to has been run expertly and as efficiently, and whatever other good adjectives you want to call it. Last year was a fluke, and this year proved that, so I highly recommend going to CEO 2018 Daytona! That is going to be it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. As always, social media, Panda and partner stuff is down below. The Smash Adelphia wrap-up should be up relatively soon as well as Thunder stuff and the Zero Suit and the Anti-Zero Suit guide and all that good stuff. And yeah, so I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.